Okay, so I'm making a video of how my bags are set up. Back here in the locker, that one is the fill one. This one is the vent one. It is run, the vent one is run up, run through here. It is not being pinched. Run along through here and then out the side of the boat. Right there. That is how both sides are actually set up. I have one drain here at the front of the bag, is then run into the hard tank here, and then I have one in the back, bottom of the bag there, that is run in through the side and down through motor box along the edge. Is zip tied to keep it flat, and then it goes into the hard tank right there. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on fill both the bags, which are supposed to fill the hard tanks, and I'm going to show you the difference. The nice part about filling this side of the boat is where my trash can is under this seat. You can see here where the hard tank is, so you can actually see how much is filling up. So I will record progress as this happens. Okay, so I have just now started ballast, left and the right, and I've got a timer running so we can see how long it takes these bags to fill up. I got the left and the right filling up at the same time. Okay, we are 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes into our ballast fill for both sides. You can see that bag is filling. You can hear the water going in. This one's going in. Down here, you can see we have probably about 25% of our hard tank filled up. Over here on this side, you can't see the tank because of the flooring that's in here. You can see that bag is probably a little bit low right there. What I also didn't show you is I have these bags built up about 3 inches off of the boat floor to give them a little bit more drop to hopefully get some better flow. What I'm also going to show you here is what is registering on my gauges, which this is showing only 20. Well, it just dropped to 0. So the right was about 25%, the left doesn't even register in anything yet, and we are 7.5 minutes into the fill. So I got nothing showing there. Okay, so here we are 10 minutes in, 10.5 minutes into the fill. You hear the water going into the tank. You can also hear it gurgling, trying to go into the hard tank. Over here you can see this one's filling up nicely, but when you go down here to the hard tank, you can still see it's only about 1/4 of the way full, barely. And when I go to my gauges, I still have 0 showing on both left and right sides, and my bags are probably 2/3 to 3/4 of the way filled up after 11 minutes now. almost 13 minutes, and I'm just now getting some kind of register on the left side. The right side is registering 25%, but it keeps flickering on and off. But we're into it deep, and the bags are basically almost filled. I'm gonna have to cut it off here in just a minute because the bags are gonna be completely filled. Okay, here we are, 13 minutes, almost 14 minutes in. This bag is full of some air and some water. And as you can see, we still barely have a quarter or so in the hard tank. I can hear a little bit of water maybe gurgling in there. Over here on this side, this bag isn't quite as full yet, but it's still getting there. And again, I'm just now showing 25% on both, and basically both my bags are full. I am going to, well, and you can see the right one is just flickering on and off. My gauges work fine. They worked fine before I put the bags in, so I don't have a problem with the floats in there. So I'm going to give it a few minutes and then come back and see if any more is drained in there. Then I may also pull the vent hose off of the bag and see what happens. Okay, so here we are 22 minutes, 23 minutes into our video. This bag is still full. And that one is about the same as when I left you a minute ago. As you'll see, this hard tank still barely has 20, maybe 25% in it at the most. And my gauges tell me I got 25 in the left and 0 in the right. So I am going to pull the vent tubes off of this bag and we'll see what happens. And air is rushing out of this one. So obviously it's filling up with air. And as you can see now, it's deflating because it had a bunch of air in it. And it's going down. We'll see if that helps. But this bag is probably more than 3/4 full. I'll go over here and pull this one. Air coming out of that one as well. And this bag is probably a little more than 2/3 full. Still don't see any difference, major difference right at the moment. So this one is registering at 25 now because I think that was about where it was. So we'll check back in a few minutes. Okay, so we're 30 minutes in, still showing, shows 50% in my right side, 25 in my left side. I've taken the vent hose off. When I blow into it, you can hear the valve open as such. Actually, didn't happen that time. So that's air going out the side of the boat. 32 minutes in, and we do have the right side showing 50%. Right side still at 25, but I'm about to drain them. Okay, one more quick video just to show you how I got all this set up. So there's both of my fill and vent. Back here in the back, it came off a little bit and when I was pulling on it, but you can see I built up with this rubber matting. I built it up off of the floor, so it's built up about 2 inches, which is about the same level as that cover that goes over the pump out. But you can see my hose goes through the engine divider, comes through, comes through, runs down, is zip tied right in there, and then flows directly into the hard tank. My vent hoses, both of them are installed exactly the same way, which may be the problem, I don't know. But they come up, they come through, cut a notch out right here of the panel. That is not being pinched at all. It looks tight, but it's not. See, it moves, flow freely. So then it comes under and goes straight across under here. It's got one zip tie in it, and to the outside of the boat, wherever they are, right there. So they're both put in exactly the same way, both sides, and it is, as far as I know, according to instruction. But that's what the vent tube's looking like, and I'm just not getting any flow of air coming through the vent tubes, I don't think, to help fill up. So hopefully you guys can look at this and give me some pointers and get this thing fixed out.